Hey guys, and welcome back to this tiny corner of the internet. Cherry Bullet having had their comeback today after a little bit over a whole year. Shall we dive straight in? You're watching It's Tail Time. Before I start the video, I just want to state that nothing I say in the video accounts for any sort of hate towards the songs or the artists themselves, and I believe that discussing analytically and critically about music should be normalized and done more without directing hate towards anyone's opinions. With that being said, let's begin the video. Sliding into the retro concept trend with what looks like a safe and zoned sequel to Love So Sweet from last year, Love in Space lives up to its name with its very atmospheric and celestial soundscape, which is achieved by successfully incorporating the synth-pop-esque sound with the sparkly, high-pitched synths, especially in the chorus. Cherry Bullet's overall soundscape incorporates brighter funk pop and disco-influenced songs, and thus this song does stand out in its musicality. The only thing that might have caught my ear in a negative light would be the rhythm the lyrics were being delivered in. Because I felt as if they didn't fit in well with the direction of the song and gave off the impression that they were trying to fit long lyrics into a short frame of bars in the song, and just overall didn't sit well with me. The pre-chorus with the repetitive use of the word love distinctly links back to the love 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 so sweet back in Love So Sweet, which continues on to link to the fact that it might be intentional to place the song as an apparent sequel. The post-chorus with the staccato descending synths that was also put at the very beginning of the song was a good musicality choice in my opinion, because songs usually start with the chorus or with the verse, like in Love So Sweet. The song does emulate that zero-gravity, space-like feeling in the song with the incorporation of the mouth percussion that ran throughout the song underneath the prominent 80s synths. The instrumental build-up to the chorus with the high note at the very end and the higher harmonies adds to a very spatial composition to end the song on a climatic note, even though the song in general was played too safe with the melody and just overall. Now for the music video. After Love So Sweet, I was kinda scared we would get another performance video-esque MV, and I was still lingering on to that fear of disappointment when the camera panned up the building and zoomed into the scene of the girls dancing at the beginning, but I'm glad that some evidence of a better budget for the comeback was definitely there. I really liked the way the girls were styled with a golden brown aesthetic for one set and a more celestial blue-grey theme for the other, showing a clear duality with a stark contrast between an earthly and a goddess-like more otherworldly vibe. I also liked the motif of the black cat and the storyline of it within the MV that they tried to push through the teasers and now in the music video, as we see them trying to chase the cat into an elevator, but I have no clue as to whether this is just a placement in the plot of their MV or a start to initiating a group lore. The song is definitely better watched with the music video, and in terms of music videos, I definitely like this one. I would give the song a good 8 out of 10, and to keep in mind that my immense bias towards the girls doesn't influence the score. I would have liked it if they experimented a little more with the song and maybe ventured a little bit out of their safe zone. But holistically, this was definitely a nice listen, and I'm so glad Cherin and Remy got a more significant appearance in the song in terms of lines and screen time. Oh my god, the little girl group disco pop tease in this song. Although it's played very safe and probably does sound like a million other songs I've probably heard before, but it's still a very pleasant listen, and I enjoy the way this pieces back into their original sound even though the melodies and the basic instrumental frame seem familiar. I really like how they've taken advantage of the simple instrumental to embellish and amplify their voices. They really said simplicity is key. It's also a very good move to have the song be very acoustic based but incorporate a mellowed rhythmic new disco beat running underneath the track, as it adds significantly to its ambience. Another point I would pick up with the song is that the chorus stays unscathed every time it makes an appearance in the song, even at the end of the song, where you'd expect a change of chorus to at least retain its memorability. Although it's a very representative of Cherry Bullet's discography and is a very danceable and energetic song, I would rate it an 8.5 out of 10, and here's why. One of my favorite songs on the album already, this song emulates a type of sound that everyone usually loves, with the fun descending chord line that somehow reminded me of a very modernized rendition of Lionheart by Girls' Generation. The different instrumental choices in the track, including the EDM trills and organic percussion, and the evident brass instruments in the song, are very additive to a pop-funk sound that is very distinctly seen here in the song. The instrumental is pretty minimal for this song as well, but the different layers in vocals and textures can really be seen in the song, and it allows for a very sonorous listening experience. My favorite part would have to be the funky rap section with the vocals running behind it. It really helps the rap blend in with the texture of the song and not seem out of place and interruptive of the flow of the song. The replayability of the song seems very high as of now, and there are no aspects of the song that I dislike or would want to replace, so I don't see why this doesn't deserve a solid 10 out of 10. From the highlight medley, I had a feeling this would be the whatever of the album because this was literally directly equivalent to a more atmospheric rendition of Whatever in my brain, just listening to the basic 15-second clip of its chorus. Remind me to make a mashup when I'm done with this. Kaka uses a bright bass line to adorn the verses and a synthy new disco/EDM beat running along the lines of the video game sound that can be heard in their older songs, plus the B-sides on the Cherry Rush album, the little chants before the chorus, and the synthesizer runs in the chorus, adding to give off that vibe. The song is very anthemic and perfectly catchy as a girl group B-side, and even though it's pretty safe on their part to produce a song that is very parallel to one or even two of their other songs, it shows some form of consistency, and I don't mind that. I'd give this one an 8 out of 10, and here's why. Did someone say experimental Cherry Bullet? I thought we were starting to get comfortable under our blankets with Kaka, but they really knocked the wind out with this one. I'm a massive fan of the bright synths used in the entirety of the album, and I love how the B-sides finally come rounding up and embedding an aspect of each of them in the conclusive song of the album, aka My Boo. The song gives off very bright nursery rhyme vibes, probably a very ornamented version of something I'd hear in the Barney movie, actually. That is, until it gets to the post-chorus. The sudden change in tonality in the post-chorus gives off a very contrasting section to work with and adds an unconventional trap beat that adds a little bit of spice to the sweetness that is the rest of the song. Overall, the song is a simple refresher despite being generally typical to what the standards of a girl group song are. I would give this one a 10 out of 10 as well, and here is why. And that's the end of the full album. Overall, I'd give the Cherry Wish mini a good 9 out of 10. It was a great listen for me, and I ended up adding every single song to my playlist. I loved how this was a perfect representation of their discography and definitely had its own intercohesive moments. I'd love to know what you guys think of the comeback as a whole and my opinions on it, so do let me know them in the comments. This is Aloka signing out for the day.